Chris Lloyd, president of CUPE New Brunswick, and you are listening to CUPE Talks in the Maritimes with Nick and Chris.
Do you have any takeaways that you're going to be taking from the courses that you've learned so far?
Yes. So I've done a lot of the single day training courses through CUPE already. And one of the most valuable things is speaking and discussing events and experiences with the other participants.
And I would love to see more members get involved with anything, whether it's start out on a small committee. We want to see,
Can you tell us a little bit about what you've learned here this week?
It's a great learning experience, and as long as I've been around and involved, I'm still learning.
I am Nicholas London, co-host of CUPE Talk in the Maritimes.
I'm Chris Watson, president of the New Brunswick Federation of Labour and co-host of CUPE Talk in the Maritimes.
Hi, my name is Brian Watson, former president of CUPE New Brunswick and now the producer of CUPE Talk in the Maritimes and across Canada.
Wes Wills, Local 380 Vice President.
Hey, this is Justin Spooner, Region DVP and First Vice President of CUPE 1253.
I'm Shelby Dodge, President of Local 3226.
Karen Tier, President of the New Brunswick Council of Nursing Home Unions.
I'm Jamie Agnew, and I'm the President of CUPE Local 963, representing New Brunswick Liquor Store, Retail, and Warehouse Workers.
I'm Sherry Hillier, President of CUPE Newfoundland and Labrador and General Vice President for the Atlantic Maritimes.
I'm Cheryl Ann Keown, and I also sit on Local 805.
Quay, hello. This is Kathy Johnson, President of CUPE 5446.
Hi, my name is Dorinda Smith. I'm from Local 813.
I'm Teresa McAllister, Provincial President of CUPE 2745 Educational Support Staff.
Bonjour, ici Alain Soucy, membre du SCFP, Syndicat canadien de la fonction publique.
Hey everyone, this is Candice Rennick, CUPE's National Secretary-Treasurer, and you're listening to CUPE Talk in the Maritimes.
Hey, this is Mark Hancock, CUPE National President, and you're listening to CUPE Talk in the Maritimes.
And I am Nick, joined alongside my co-host, Wes Wills. Wes, welcome to the show, brother.
Well, thank you very much, Nick. How are you this evening?
I am the very best, brother. Happy to be here. Happy to be on the air live. We got lots to cover. What are you laughing about?
Just the picture beside each other. It looked like I was looking at you. It's been a long day.
I like that. Actually. Hey, man. Yes, I know it's been a long day. And of course, I can't do this show without you. It is such a pleasure to be able to sit and look at headlines. We've got interviews tonight. Of course, we're going to talk about the Dragon Boat Festival. It's coming up on August 15th. We're going to talk about Casey Hingley running for Ward 5 in the town of Tantramar. We sit down with him. Of course, we got headlines to cover. Brother, we got a jam-packed show.
Looking forward to getting into it, brother.
Well, without further ado, I think the one thing you and I need to discuss is these rallies that are coming up on April 10th. Why are these rallies so important? Because according to CUPE Nova Scotia and Long-Term and Community Care Committee, as of April the 13th at 7 a.m., they're going to strike. So if I was Tim Houston, I would want to get something done ASAP. What do you say, brother?
Well, yeah, definitely. This is going to affect a lot of people. I'm just looking at some of the names here. Nursing homes. If I were that government down there, I would definitely look into getting back to the table, doing some negotiating right away, because it's going to affect a lot of people who depend on their services and a lot of our CUPE workers too.
Absolutely. My goodness, you think about the amount of long-term care workers that are in Nova Scotia, and Tim Houston decides that he wants to make a game out of it. I can't help but think that old Timmy may want to get back to the bargaining table and get something done ASAP, because I don't know if he just forgets, but he too is going to be a senior And, he's going to need some of this long-term care. And I got news for you. This is the backbone of the long-term care system.
Yes, exactly. And myself, I have a parent who is in a long-term care facility, and I depend on them knowing that they are safe and being looked after properly, which she is. So very, very thankful for our workers for looking after our loved ones, our family members.
Absolutely. And this whole thing starts on April 10th, and they're all from 11 to 1. So I would encourage you to get to a location. There are 4 locations, starting with St. Vincent's Nursing Home, which is in Halifax, Nova Scotia, 2080 Windsor Street, and followed by Glen Haven Manor, 739 East River Road in New Glasgow, Nova Scotia. And of course, Canso Causeway Roundabout in Port Hastings, Nova Scotia. And who better to hit than the MLA's office, Nick Hilton's, on 392 Main Street in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. So, Wes, it sounds to me like they know exactly what they're doing.
Yep, and it's important for people to get out and show support. That's why these rallies are so important. So anybody around those areas on April 10th, please get out and show some support, even if for a couple of minutes.
You know, that's what we always say, right? Even 5 minutes on a picket line can make someone's day, because I know what you and I were like. I know what Chris and I have been like. CPW went on strike and we were right down there. And we don't do that because we have to. It's because we want to do it. We want to show support and solidarity. So this is a good opportunity for those to definitely hit a picket line.
Yeah, exactly. Every little bit helps.
Now, I want to move into something a little different. We have not touched on a lot of this, but the municipal election is coming up on May the 11th. Wes, you and I spoke a little bit about it last 2 weeks ago. I believe, if my memory serves me correct, it was as soon as the mass meeting ended about the municipal election.
Yes. Sorry, I'm having a little.
No, don't be saying
problem.
sorry. I had a frog in my throat. I had to get rid of it.
So, municipal election coming up May 11th.
Yeah.
And that would be, I know, in the St. John area, I believe, and on surrounding areas. So,
yeah,
very important to get out and vote. It takes a few minutes of your time, because we are going to be electing people that are going to be our voices. So it's very important for us to choose wisely. So minutes of your day to get out. And I think we have somebody we know that is running.
We do. Casey Hingley is running for councillor in Ward 5, which is the town of Tantramar. And what makes this so exciting is Casey is a voice for labor. Casey is a very strong believer in a positive community and brings a new voice to their community. And I actually sat down with Casey on Saturday, and if all the same with you, brother, I'd love to air that footage right now.
Yes, let's take a look.
I am joined here now on CUPE Talking the Atlantic with Casey Hingley. Casey, you made the big announcement earlier this week. Tell all the listeners what it is we're talking about.
Okay, well, thanks, Nick. Thanks for having me on. My name's Casey Hingley. I'm the president of Local 3433 here at Mount Allison University, which happens to be where I am right now. Even though it's our day off, we both went into work to find a nice place to record. So, thank you to Mount Allison for letting me do this. Not that I asked. So the announcement is I have decided to run for town council in the town of Tantramar for the district Ward 5. And what that means is that in 2022, Tantramar was amalgamated into the former town of Sackville, became the larger town of Tantramar, and several of what used to be the local servicing districts that were provincially run were amalgamated in. And so now we have 5 wards in the town of Tantramar, and I'm running in Ward 5, which is Olac. And if you've ever driven across the border from New Brunswick to Nova Scotia, which I think most of us have, you've gone by the big stop that right on the border, and that's Olac. And there's of course the community around there. A little further up the highway where I live is Point Butte. And then a little bit further on up there is Jolicoeur. So we're talking about a very rural riding. It's the sort of the highway communities up on the way to Prince Edward Island, but only up to Jolicoeur. And then after that, you've got Straight Shores, which is a different municipality. So I'm running for Ward 5 in the town of Tantramar.
I can't tell you how big of a deal it is, not just for you, but for the people of Tantramar, because anyone who knows you knows that you are so well prepared, always ready for a fight, and always prepared to stand up for members of the labor movement, members of the public. You would be the ideal candidate. On paper, you would be the perfect choice. I can say that. I don't expect you to say that. I'm saying it because I know you and I know the type of person that you are. So I got to ask you, when you made this decision, what was the overwhelming feeling with the family? I mean, this is a big deal.
Yeah, it's a really big deal. I mean, 4 years ago, we only moved to New Brunswick just over 4 years ago, and this opportunity came up, and we decided for a couple of reasons that it wasn't the right time. My kids were quite small at the time. At the time, I hadn't even got my job. But now that I've been here at Mount Allison, and I've been working with CUPE, and I'm now the president of the local, as like I said, for the last 2 years and 3 on the executive, I've really dug my fingers into working with policy, working with people, sorting out problems with people in power, with people on the ground. And it really seems to be work that resonates with me. I found a lot of meaning with my work as president of the local. And I am here pretty much to expand on that. And I have always had a soft spot in my heart for politics. It is a lot to think about. Yeah, I'm going to put my name forward. I'm going to put my name on the line. My whole family is now going to be under a bit of a microscope. But at the end of the day, I really think I can do some good in the community. I think it's still a very new entity. I don't think our area got a lot of attention last time, during the last term. And I'd like to change that. Now, I'm not out here to say, we're going to treat our ward the way we treat our union and go to town council and fight every decision. I mean, this is a little bit of a different thing. But I'm looking very forward to working with the other councillors. Of course, there's going to be others in the rural districts, other councillors who are like me, who have recently been amalgamated in. And then there's going to be 4 councillors from the actual Sackville district. So it's a very interesting and unique setup. And I just relish the opportunity to start working in this venue.
So one of the things I liked on your sign was your slogan, which is a new voice for our community. And sometimes that's what we need, is a new voice. And you being fairly new at this, and then, jumping in, willing to do all that you can to show the public how much you do care. So Casey, as time approaches, May 11th is just what a month and a quarter away. So how do you go about it? What are you doing now? How can people be in contact if they want to chat with you? What are some of the ways people can reach out to you?
Okay, well, thanks, Nick, and I appreciate that you like the slogan. One of the things I love about this is you know, I come from a background of English in academics, and I love writing a slogan, I got to tell you. And sometimes the simplest ones are the most effective. And yeah, I'll touch on that because, and again, I don't want to say anything negative about the previous council. I think they've done a fine job, and in fact, the incumbent in Ward 5 was deputy mayor for a number of years in this last term. But before that, this councillor was also the servicing representative for the local servicing district. And sometimes you do need a new, fresh set of eyes. And here I am. You know, I'm a working person. I've got a family living in Point de Butte, a young family. And I see our area, some might see it as a highway, you know, houses on the side of the highway, but I see it as a family community. And I really want to have the whole town recognize that that's what it is and that's what it can be. And I'd like to look at how we use the public spaces in that area. I'd like to look at arts and culture in the area, plus in the town. And just note that, you know, everyone knows in the rural wards that our taxes have gone up to sort of match a little bit the towns, and that, you know, we ought to be seeing some return on investment in that, and really just have our voices heard in an equal way, which is, I think, why the amalgamation was set up. So sorry to go on about that, but if you want to get in contact with me, absolutely. My name is Casey Hingley. My email is caseyhingley@gmail.com. That's published on the Elections New Brunswick website under Tantramar. I'll be going around the community with a flyer. I should have had one here, but I don't. Maybe I'll send you an image. Did I already send you an image? I did send you an image, I think.
I think you did.
Okay, so you might be able to show that on the screen at some point.
I will have it on the screen.
Great. This would be perfect right here, right there.
Keep your hand like that, and I'll put it right in there.
My phone number is available on there as well if people want to text me. But I'm also going to be coming to you. One nice thing about the ward, it's a reasonably small amount of people, about 450 voters and about 220 households. So I am going to be making an effort to get out. Now, I was going to go this afternoon. Unfortunately, we have freezing rain and ice pellets, and just driving into town was very treacherous. And I couldn't ask my volunteers to be out walking when, you know, we might both end up on the ground and like. So I think we're going to try for Sunday, which doesn't look much better, but maybe a little bit less slippery. So I'll be there, and I'll be out evenings and weekends until I've talked to everyone.
Let's talk a little bit about that really quick, your volunteers, because, you know, they're just as important in all this. You know, when you come to them to pitch this idea that, you know, you're going to run in the District Ward 5, the town of Tantramar, you know, how do you approach them? And then what was the overwhelming feeling with your volunteers? Were they excited? Where were they at?
Well, yeah, I mean, one thing I love being with people and talking to them. I think I'm not alone in that it's really hard to ask people to do things for you, to reach out and say, hey, can you be here on this time? And, you know, all I can offer you is maybe a couple of drinks after and a slice of pizza, because we're running. This is a small budget situation we're running. But I have some good friends who certainly, if you see my campaign photo, my good friend Barry Burns, he's been, I don't know, since I moved here, he's volunteered to help me build my recording studio. He is an expert photographer. He has come and helped me set up recording systems. He is willing to go door to door and help put out signs. And I have a couple of other friends with young children about the same age as my oldest, who's 8. And we have next weekend pegged out to go put up some signs. So are they excited? I mean, putting up signs is not that exciting, but they are happy to do it. I think that it's really just a friendship and a support thing. It doesn't happen every day that one of your good friends is running for office, and you know, I would do it too if someone wanted me to put a few hours into helping them on a weekend. No problem.
absolutely. And I can tell you this because I was on a call when the excitement was brought up that you were running. And the overall general consensus was, hey, this is amazing news, rah, rah, because Casey deserves this and wants to stand up for what's right. You are definitely a voice of labor. You are definitely a perfect candidate in my eyes. And I couldn't be happier as somebody who's been around you. I've seen the way you talk. I've seen the way that you handle situations. I think it's very exciting, Casey. And just one more time, Casey, tell us a little bit more about when, where, and how people can vote.
Sure. I want to mention too, before I forget, which I almost always did, but I have also heard tremendous support from CUPE. They are, of course, supportive of the municipal elections and of their members running. I'm not sure if there's any others. Maybe you've heard of any other CUPE members who have reached out to CUPE and said, hey, I'm running in this election cycle if I'm the only one. But anyway, I was invited to speak at their municipal election sort of info session, which might be the call you're describing. And I've been in contact with Laurie McKay, who is of the political activist arm in the Maritimes here, and has been very supportive. And I do believe we're going to do some work together with some CUPE volunteers specifically. So that would be coming up in sort of the next few weeks. So also thanks in advance to CUPE and anyone who's listening who wants to lend a hand. If you're anywhere near the area, feel free to reach out. Now, I've forgotten the question that you were asking. What?
That's okay, because I do want to say this as well. I did fill out that piece, and I will say it right here on this show that I was supportive in helping in any way that I could to volunteer to lend a hand to you. And regardless whether you're up in Tantramar area and I'm in St. John, I will make it work because I am a huge supporter of you. And I know that CUPE's got your back on this one, as do I, and everyone listening on CUPE Talk in the Atlantic, I'm sure. So the question was, when can they vote? How can they vote? Tell us a little bit more about May 11th.
All right. So the thing about wards is you vote in our town anyway. You vote for the ward you're in. So if you're in Tantramar, in Sackville, you vote for the 4. If you're in my ward, there is only one race. So so far that we only have one person in for mayor. So that might change. Of course, the nominations don't close until April 10th. But there may only be your ward to vote for. So if you want to vote for me, unfortunately, you have to live in Point Butte or Olac or Jollycure. If you do, that's great. I hope to get as many CUPE members. I know there are some who live in this area. This is we're just 10 minutes away from CUPE Town, as Laurie McKay calls it. So there certainly are some CUPE locals in the area, and I've reached out to quite a few. So advanced polls are May 2nd and May 4th, and this is for all of New Brunswick. And then voting day is May 11th. So even if you're not in my area, make sure you get out there and vote for your candidates. Stay tuned to CUPE Talk in the Atlantic, because I'm sure they'll let you know if there's other labor candidates, even if they're CUPE or from other unions. I'm sure that's on your radar, things to people to support and to endorse if it isn't. But for all of New Brunswick, the pre-voting happens. Early voting is May 2nd and May 4th, and actual voting day is Monday, May the 11th.
I do want to say too, really quick before I let you go, Casey. I'm really excited about this, and on May 11th, when the news comes out, potentially, hopefully, praying that you will be the new councillor of Ward 5. I will be going live on CUPE Talk in the Atlantic to make that announcement. Even though you're going to be busy, and we both know it, I am not going to try and ask you to stop what you're doing to appear, but I will be making the announcement myself on CUPE Talk in the Atlantic because, again, I stand behind you. I know the voice you are for labor, and I know the voice you'll be for the town of Tantramar. And I just want you to know that I support you 110% in this, and I'm excited.
Thanks, Nick. I appreciate that. Believe it or not, I'm going to be in Winnipeg on the actual day. I'm going to have to vote. Are you going to be there too?
Yes.
For the CLC conference?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll go live together.
Yes, we will. Okay. All right. So, again, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And the best thing about you is you're real. This felt real. This felt authentic. And it just means a lot to me to have you come on and talk about everything. So thank you so much, Casey.
You too, Nick. And thanks for keeping up this podcast. It's an amazing thing. And you give me a call anytime you want me to say anything or play any guitar.
Hey, thank you for being the opening to CUPE Talk in the Atlantic, because it gets a lot of praise when that opening starts.
Excellent. And if I don't see you before, we'll see you at CUPE NB, I guess, a couple weeks.
You betcha. I look forward to it. All right. May 2nd, May 4th are the early polls. May the 11th is the municipal election. Of course, Casey Hingley running for District Ward 5 councillor in the town of Tantramar. Casey, thank you again. You are definitely a new voice for our community, and I'm excited about it.
At Higgins Insurance, we understand that protecting what matters most, your family, your home, your livelihood, is not just a policy, it's a promise. As a trusted provider serving Atlantic Canadians for over 25 years, we're proud to offer personalized coverage tailored to your unique needs, whether it's auto, home, or life insurance. Our team is committed to transparency, reliability, and exceptional service, ensuring peace of mind through every stage of life. Let Higgins Insurance be your partner in protection. Because when it comes to your future, you deserve nothing less than confidence. The official insurance of CUPE Talk.
Charred Oak Designs creates custom, personalized gift products. With 2 lasers, a CNC, and all the woodworking tools needed to create your perfect gift. From board games, cutting boards for wedding gifts, and everything in between. Got an idea? Give me a shout at info@charredoak.ca. Find me on Facebook under Charred Oak Designs.
Just kidding. Brother Wes, what did you think?
Pardon me, what did I think? I caught probably about half of it, having a little bit of connection issues in my area. So I talked to Casey briefly a couple of weeks ago. I just want to wish Casey good luck. I mean, that's what we need. We need Tantramar area, they need a fresh voice, and I think he would be perfect for the job.
Yeah. I do too. I really do too. It's very exciting, and it's like you said, new voice. So hats off to Casey. I can't say it enough. May 11th, get out and vote. If you're in the town of Tantramar, you got one hell of a candidate running. And, I can only tell you the truth. He's real, and he's the type person you want to definitely lead your town. So, Wes, let's switch gears a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about an education workers rally that happened today in Aurora, Ontario. Would I be saying that right? I feel like I am, but
Aurora.
What's it really matter?
Aurora, yes. Aurora. I had to look at the spelling here.
Good. Earlier today, there was a rally held to show support. Let's talk a little about it.
Okay, so it was CUPE Local 1196 Education Workers Rally today. Would have been at about 4:45 p.m. Haven't heard too much about it, but hopefully they had a good show of support to get out. And it's very important because, again, it's the same problem that we're facing all the time, is system. So it's important that our brothers and sisters get out to show support, because it just seems every time you turn around, they're wanting to cut education. So as you know, it affects, the only ones it'll affect really are the students and of course the workers.
Well, the worst thing about it, right? Cuts are hurting classrooms and they're hurting our kids' futures. But the thing to remember too is that education is the foundation to everything tomorrow. All these kids that are learning today are who we're going to be leaning on in 20 years from now. And when you're affecting their education with these cuts, you are really putting an alarm. You're really putting a red flag up, because there is never a good time to cut education. And the government should really be ashamed of themselves for even considering such an absurd, it's awful. It's awful.
Well, the students need an opportunity, and cuts to education, they're not afforded those opportunities like they should be, because these days, especially these days, it was a lot different back when I went to school and you went to school. But it just seems to be, if they had a better opportunity, if our schools were invested time and money into, it would be better all the way around. Cuts are not the way to go. It's a step back, a huge step back.
It really is. I couldn't agree more with you. It is a gigantic step back. And, I love what they said here. Fight against the cuts. Stand united with your union brothers and sisters as we continue to fight for equality, fairness, and properly funded education. We shouldn't even be having this conversation here tonight. Properly funded education. This government, the Ontario government, needs to remember that these are the next generation right here. So it is embarrassing that we're even discussing cuts in the education department. We do see it all over Canada. We've seen it here in New Brunswick on more than one occasion. We still see it to this very day. It is the most disgraceful thing to take away from these kids, but also, you are hurting the members of the unions across the country in New Brunswick, in Ontario, Quebec, British Columbia, Alberta, Newfoundland. It doesn't matter. It's coast to coast to coast. And all these governments always have excuses, and their excuses are usually just, and I apologize, but their excuses are usually BS. I mean, they really are.
Yeah. And usually when they look to save a few dollars in their budgets, it's either education or healthcare. So, education, from what I've witnessed over the last several years, has taken a huge hit. And we work in the education system, so we see it firsthand.
Boy, do we ever see it firsthand. Just want to let everyone know that CUPE Talking the Atlantic supports you. We will stand with you. We understand the effects that this is having. And, if there's anything we can do from CUPE Talking the Atlantic, you guys know, reach out. We've got your back. We will stand with you, 1196, and any other local that this is affecting anywhere in Canada. You can believe that. Wes, as we move to something, let's move to something a little positive. Looking forward to this big day coming up at the Little Lake Pavilion on May the 2nd, 2026 at 2 p.m. It's the May Day High Tea. I know you will be in attendance, as will I.
Yeah, almost didn't make it, but looking forward to it. May 2nd, Lily Lake Pavilion. If anybody's interested, anybody's interested in going, I'm sure tickets are still available. Tickets are, you have to pardon me, I have to move my glasses
No,
so
they're
I can see.
$15 a person or $100 a table, and that holds 8 people. I gotcha.
And it's a good investment. Goes for a good cause, and it's a good chance to get out and support brothers and sisters in other sectors.
Yeah, I would totally agree with you there. We had Tasha Celeste, who's a member of the PSAC, and the PSAC Regional Women's Committee come out and talk to us about it 2 months in a row, because I felt it was that important that anyone that didn't attend meetings had gotten wind of this, because I felt it was an event that shouldn't be missed. Of course, the theme is a woman's place in her union, which, the theme says it all. This entire event is going to be top notch. Tasha has told me herself that she expects that this will be a very successful event, and I suspect she's right. And Sharon DeSosa, the national president of the PSAC, will be a guest speaker, which I also think is huge news, Wes.
Yep, that'll be. I am really looking forward to that. Listening to Sharon speak, I've never met her, but looking forward to meeting her. Looking forward to hearing her speak as well.
Well, it's the great thing about these events.
I just want to say another thing too, to Tash and everybody who's spent a lot of time organizing this event. Thank you very much. I mean, your hard work, it will pay off come May the 2nd.
Yeah, well, I can't wait. Again, these events are so important, and yes, there's networking involved, and you get to meet new people and stuff, but these events, May Day, high tea, like you go and you get to learn about different aspects, and you learn about different people and backgrounds, and just the all around what May Day is all about. So hats off, like you said, to Tasha, all of the PSAC Regional Women's Committee for putting this entire event together. I look forward to it. I know Brother Wes Wills is looking forward to it. And like I say, guys, there's still tables and tickets available. Make that call, send that email, come out, say hi to us. We'll be there. Enjoy a wonderful afternoon.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, brother, I don't know if I told you lately, but there's some big stuff coming up. I mean, huge. It's convention season.
Oh, I know all about that, and I'm looking forward to it.
I love conventions.
Do you mind? Yeah, I didn't. I made it to CUPE 1253 last year. I didn't make it to CUPE New Brunswick. I am looking forward to it this year. We also have the CUPE New Brunswick Young Workers Convention, April 14th through 15th, I believe.
Yeah,
coming up.
Got it.
I'd like to take a moment. Anybody of our young workers out, if you have the chance, please get involved. It would be a great way to get the education if you're looking for it. I believe it's anybody under the age of, is it 30? 35?
Yeah,
30?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Well,
it's a great way to get.
Go.
Yeah, okay. 15 years ago. It's a great way for our young workers to get involved. And if I would have known ago, I definitely would have been involved. And so please, any young workers out there, talk to your locals and get some information on it. And then we have CUPE New Brunswick, April 15th through 18th in Fredericton, correct?
You got it.
Looking forward to that. What else do we got coming up?
My goodness, we've got the 52nd annual convention being held in St. John's, Newfoundland, which of course is the CUPE Newfoundland and Labrador. It's the 22nd to the 24th, the Delta Hotel. We've also got the 7th to the 8th, which is going to be CUPE Prince Edward Islands Convention. We've got the 62nd annual convention on May 24th to the 27th at the Western Nova Scotian in Halifax. I mean, my goodness, you know it's CUPE season when all these conventions are happening.
That's true. Do we have any others, brother? Okay,
so right offhand, we have 1253 is coming up.
Yeah.
So locally, I know 1253 is coming up. I know there's others coming up. That much I know. But 1253 only because we're going. I know 2745 isn't far behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that to me. That's not fair.
Keep you on your toes.
Not fair. You did a good job.
No, always look forward to our conventions. CUPE New Brunswick's coming up in a little less than 2 weeks. I always look forward to that. It's a great way, informed, educated. Look forward to bringing a lots of info back to ours.
We got a heck of a lineup. You know, Judy Darcy's going to be in town, be in Fredericton for the QPMB. We know that Mark Hancock and Candace Rennick are going to be here. We know CUPE Talk in the Atlantic will be there, covering live daily reports on how the convention's going, special interviews. Of course, we'll see if we can't get a couple of young workers. So, I mean, all in all next week is going to be jam-packed. I mean, make no mistake about it.
It's going to be busy.
Yeah, it is. Now, I'm excited about this because on August the 15th, for the first time ever, we are going to hold the Dragons on the Lake, which is the Dragon Boat Festival that we all know about because we've heard about it. Some of us have seen it, but for the first time ever, Wes, held at Rockwood Park, Lily Lake area, we're going to have the Tim Hortons Dragons on the Lake. And I'm going to be honest with you, I got an interview lined up with Bill Merrifield, the president of the Lily Lake and director, Deborah Lawton. Just a wonderful interview with these two, man. And I got to be honest, I'm pretty excited about this.
Well, it's that's good. I understand there's anywhere from maybe so far 10 or more boats entered. It's been quite a long time actually since I've seen one of the Dragon Boat festivals. Forward to seeing it this year. Starts, what did you say?
August 15th. And there's going to be lots of stuff going on. You're going to be able to, you know what? I'm not even going to spoil it. They really break it down so people understand everything, brother. What I would like, though, is for you to lead us into commercial break. And then we're going to air that interview with those two. And then we'll come back and we'll end the show.
Good to me, brother. Let it commercial.
Attention vehicle owners, tired of juggling tire issues and car maintenance? Meet Discount Tire and Automotive, your one-stop solution for comprehensive tire and automotive services. From top brand tire sales to expert installations and repairs, we've got your wheels covered. Our experienced technicians handle oil changes, brake repairs, and alignments, ensuring your car is road ready. Desire a smoother, safer drive? Discover competitive pricing paired with exceptional customer service. Don't wait. Schedule your appointment with Discount Tire and Automotive today. Drive with confidence, knowing your vehicle's in expert hands. Come in and see the team, and remember, Discount Tire and Automotive is an official sponsor of CUPE Talk in the Maritimes. Looking for more than just a haircut? Step into Carrick's Barbering and Artwork, where style meets creativity and community pride. Mike Carrick isn't just your friendly neighborhood barber. He's also a talented artist who brings portraits to life, offering both fresh cuts and one-of-a-kind drawings for his customers. With walk-ins always welcome, fair prices, and a warm smile that greets everyone at the door, Mike takes great pride in his profession and goes the extra mile to make sure you leave happy. Carrick's Barbering and Artwork is proud to support our community and proud to support you. Stop by today and experience the perfect blend of craftsmanship and care. Located at 27 Waterloo Street, St. John, NB, Carrick's Barbering and Artwork is an official sponsor of CUPE Talk in the Maritimes.
I am joined now by Bill Merrifield, the chair and director of the Lily Lake Pavilion, Inc., and Deborah Lawton, fundraising and community and programming. And we are discussing all things Dragon Boat Festival. I want to welcome you both to the show. Thank you so much for joining me.
Well, thank you, Nick, for the opportunity to share this information with yourself and with your group. This is a very exciting time for us. When we got the Lily Lake Pavilion building rebuilt in 2008, it was an opportunity for us to extend the welcome that Rockwood Park in St. John has offered its citizens for many, many, many years, going back to the 1800s even. And there are so many stories of people meeting and getting married and having their wedding receptions, and sometimes their divorce receptions, and sometimes funeral receptions at the Lily Lake Pavilion since it was rebuilt. But that goes back over several buildings even before the one that's there. And the thing that the building is there for is not just for the sake of having a building in a neat place. It's to provide services to families and particularly youngsters in our area who sometimes are challenged to get to places that they would like to just be able to forget about the day-to-day strife in their life and just go have fun, whether it's swimming in the lake or kayaking or just playing in the woods or using some of the trails that we have. And the raison d'etre, the reason the pavilion actually is there, is to provide funding for these activities to occur. And when the pavilion was rebuilt, we were able to take different activities such as Pavilion Cup, which was a pond hockey tournament that we ran for 5 or 6 years before the ice became too iffy to keep it going. And that provided the seed money for some of these programs that were initially called Camp Awesome by some of the kids that actually participated in it. And what we've been able to do since then is to expand it further and further, so that we're actually now partnering with a group called Pals in the Park, which is ensures that children, school children in the St. John area have access to day camps. No cost to them, all provided, lunches and the whole 9 yards provided by the pavilion. And we've taken that a step further. I'm going to throw it over to Deborah, so she's going to tell us about our next exciting process that's coming up that's going to do the same thing.
Well, we're very excited to bring dragons on the lake. It's the first time hosting a dragon boat festival in Lily Lake, and many people have asked, is it the right size? And yes, it is. It is the perfect size to do a dragon boat festival. So that's going to happen on August the 15th of this year, our first annual event. We're very proud to have Tim Hortons come on board as our title sponsor. And we are working towards having 21 teams participate in this event. And all the funds that are generated from it will be shared in partnership between the Lily Lake Pavilion and Branch 69 of the Royal Canadian Legion. So it's a really wonderful opportunity to bring a large-scale community event supporting two very strong community partners and ensure that both of our organizations continue to meet the needs that the community expects from us.
Well, I gotta ask, I mean, where does the origins of this come from to have dragons on the lake? I mean, my goodness, we talk about pond hockey, we talk about all the different activities. Where did we get to when this came up?
Well, back in 2018, there was actually a Dragon Boat Festival outside of St. John in a community called Renforth. And it was run on the St. John River, Kennebecasis River, actually. And unfortunately, they ran into weather issues too bad for it to continue. In fact, they had to cancel it last year because of wind and water. Now, in the lake, of course, it's surrounded by land. It's big enough to have the boats. So Deborah got this bright idea back in 2019. Deborah, I'm losing my voice, so you can carry on.
Okay. Yep, definitely. So we've been looking at this project for quite some time because it's a huge fun team building day for both the participants and the community to come out to be a part of it, to support it, to cheer it on. And it's just a really unique thing to see these great big 40-foot dragon boats. You know, as Bill said, it was out in Renforth in the Kennebecasis River. So now moving it into a much more intimate location like Lily Lake, participants are going to have a smaller venue to work with. They'll still have the 200-meter race, but our spectators are going to be able to really engage with the races because they'll be able to see it from the entire pathway, the trail around Lily Lake. When it was held before, you know, the best vantage point was for people to be in a boat on the river, and many people went to see the dragon boats on their boats, tied up, spent the day, enjoyed all of the excitement. But now people are going to be able to bring their families, their friends, push a stroller around the lake and be able to feel like they are a part of the event for right up close.
Yeah, when it comes to community building, this is part of what, in my view, at least, it's all about, is to engage every element of the community, not just folks who can afford a boat to go out and anchor it and watch something on the river. So it opens it up to a much broader demographic, and that's kind of what we're all about at the Lily Lake Pavilion and in Rockwood Park and in the city of St. John. Nick, you know yourself, having lived here for so long, what the community here is like, and it's always welcoming, it's always engaging. It's a great base of volunteers, and of course, that's one of the things we're looking for: are people to step up and become a volunteer for that very special day. We're going to need anywhere from 30 to 50 volunteers. Of course, we have some already on our organizing committee and associated folks, but it's one of those things that the more people we have to help put it on, the better it's going to be. And particularly since this is our first year, we want to make sure we do it right. So the first year is going to be a little smaller scale than subsequent years, hopefully, if we're successful this year, which we believe we will be. It's going to lead to more and more and become a legacy project for the pavilion and for Lily Lake generally.
And for the Legion.
And for the Legion, of course, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So how does one, if I wanted to get in and be a volunteer, like how would one go about that?
We have our website is up and running. So dragonsonthelake.ca has all the information about the event, the dates, the times, how to register a team, how to volunteer, kind of the frequently asked questions about the day, how, what people can expect. We are looking for 21 teams is where our goal is. Each team consists of 16 paddlers plus a drummer. So it is a great opportunity for friends, family, coworkers, associates to get together to put that team in, have as much fun as you can with picking the name of your team. And each paddler then in the boat is asked to raise a minimum of $100. And all of those funds, again, go back into the registration, goes back into the event, the infrastructure of the event itself. All of the pledges and the sponsor dollars are going to be divided between the Branch 69 of the Royal Canadian Legion and Lily Lake Pavilion.
I love that you guys are all about giving back. I think, hearing that, giving back, we're going to split it between these two things. I think it's so important that we're showing the city the importance of investing in ourselves, investing in Lily Lake and taking it to another level. You know, how excited are you guys about this experience of having the dragon boat? And then what is next? I mean, you guys keep raising the bar up just a little more every time.
Oh, you don't want to know the dream of what's next. Bill can tell you.
Yeah.
We're only limited by our imagination.
Yeah. Well, you have such a great spot. We have such a great spot to work with. And you know, Nick, what would be really exciting is if we had a bunch of locals competing against each other in some of those boats. So if we can get the word out to, I mean, St. John's a labor town, always has been, always will be. And if we can get some of our folks out from the various unions that are here in this great city to compete against each other, it's going to do a lot of things. It's going to create some fantastic interaction among all the folks that are engaged. It's going to raise the money that we want to raise for these two great charities. And the people have a whole lot of fun in the process.
Yes. And we have to remember that Lily Lake Pavilion only exists to give back to the community. You know, it's the community that comes out and supports us at these events. It's the community that comes out and has dinner at Lily's, comes and has receptions and, as Bill said, weddings and celebrations of life, all of that. But that only goes back to keeping the doors open and then into programming for our community. We are a unique social enterprise that only exists because of community and for our community.
Well, I can tell you that CUPE Talk is going to be down there because I'm going to cover some of it because I definitely think it's an opportunity. But I also want to put out right now on this show a challenge to any local that would love to compete against another. Like in my case, I'm a part of 1253, local 380. It'd be fun for 380 to challenge 1061 out in Hampton Ed Center. Anything like that, if any locals want a team like go against each other and have a fun rivalry, what a great day that would be. How would they go about getting in contact? Again, I know it's Dragon Boat, dragonsonthelake.ca. Is that the same place to go to if they just want to get in on the action?
It is the best place to go to. They can certainly reach out to me at the Lily Lake Pavilion. It's Deborah at lilylake.ca. I'm more than happy to accept any challenge that anyone would like to issue. We are very excited about seeing what some of this friendly rivalry is going to do on those dragon boats out there. Teams are welcome to dress in any fun, creative, unique, flashy ways that they want to put the other teams to shame. We're going to have a team area at the top of the hill for the teams to hang out through the day between their races, entertainment, activities. It's going to be as much fun as people make it to be.
I love that. So this is on August the 15th. It's a Saturday. I'm sure it's going to be a beautiful Saturday. It's going to be jam-packed, a lot of fun. Dragonsonthelake.ca. If you could take us away with anything, what would it be?
This is all about community supporting community.
I just wanted you to know how much I appreciate the fact that you both would take time to come here on CUPE Talk in the Atlantic, discuss such a historical event that's going to happen right here in our city at our Rockwood Park, Lily Lake Pavilion area. It's going to be packed. I'm excited. I can't wait, Deborah. And Bill, I appreciate the fact that you guys would find the time to come on here today and do all this just to let the entire city know and let all the surrounding areas know.
Well, thank you for the opportunity, Nick. We really, really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you very much. And we look forward to seeing what comes from this interview. Maybe you'll be a drummer on one of the teams, Nick, or a paddler. Who knows?
You just never know.
Thank you.
Thank you again.
Wes, you'll be a paddler. Just throwing it out there now. Oh, yeah. Don't you act like you don't hear me.
I heard you.
Brother,
it
sounds like it's going to be an event. Yeah.
Yeah, I that's a good idea. Our code there. be looking into that, and that may be something that they should look into.
I think it would be a blast. I really think it would be a blast. I think it would be a great time and a great social event for all of us to come together and enjoy a great day. I mean, I encourage anyone to get out and book their spots because there's only one Dragon Boats, I believe. So you want to book your spot. You want to get out. This is going to be a wonderful time right here at Lily Lake. No, Wes is looking at something here. 21, I think.
I'm just writing it down. I'm just writing down how many spots are available. So let's look into that. Maybe we can do that. You know, we can challenge another local.
Maybe. I like that idea.
Maybe.
Well, brother, this has been a great evening of interviews and news coverage for CUPE and the PSAC and all the great unions all the way across this wonderful country. I couldn't be more happier than to do it with you here tonight.
Well, thank you very much, brother. It was I'm used to these shows, which is nice because once I'm done work for the day, I'm usually out in God's country here. So, you know, thank you for having me.
Thank you. Remember, next week we'll be live at the Farrington Inn during the CUPE New Brunswick convention. So we'll be together next week. You, me, I believe Chris, Matthew might be there. Who knows?
Thanks for reminding me. I have to spend 3 solid days with you. Oh, my Lord.
Oh, me. I thought we were referring to Chris. I was feeling pretty good about myself. Never mind.
No, I'm looking forward to seeing Chris. I haven't seen him in a while.
Take us away. Wrap it up.
Well, for Nicholas London, the host with somewhat the most, and myself, Wes Wills, we would like to say thank you for a wonderful show this evening, and I believe we'll see you next week. Have a good night, everyone.